President Trump becomes the first U.S. president to be impeached twice. The latest on a raid at a Joplin CBD shop that police say netted the seizure of illegal slot machines.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
In his final days of office, Donald Trump became the first president in history to be impeached twice by Congress. Skylar Henry reports on another historic day in Washington.
The resolution is adopted.
In a U.S. Capitol crackling with tension, lawmakers voted to impeach President Trump, charging him with inciting an insurrection.
I am not choosing a side, I'm choosing truth. It's the only way to defeat fear.
10 Republicans joined Democrats in a 232 to 197 vote after hours of impassioned debate, making President Trump the first in history to be impeached twice.
He must go. He is a clear and present danger to the nation that we all love.
And now it's impeachment round 2. It's always been about getting the president, no matter what.
The impeachment comes 1 week after a mob attacked the Capitol, following the president's message to supporters to fight much harder. Shortly after the vote, he released a videotaped statement.
I unequivocally condemn the violence that we saw last week. Violence and vandalism have absolutely no place in our country and no place in our movement.
It'll take a 2/3 majority in the Senate to convict the president, but that trial isn't likely to begin until after the president leaves office next week.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he has not decided how he'll vote, but he reportedly sees the impeachment as an opportunity to distance the GOP from the divisive outgoing president. Speaker Pelosi has already named the 9 impeachment managers who will act as prosecutors. With the threat level described as very high, thousands of National Guard troops took position in Washington as the president stayed out of sight watching the impeachment unfold. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
President Trump did not address the impeachment in his recorded statement, but said he has directed federal agencies to use all necessary resources to maintain order in Washington. Armed National Guard troops secured the nation's capital inside and out today while lawmakers went forward with those impeachment proceedings. Members of Congress have already been briefed on potential plans for a large armed protest and a plot to surround the Capitol, White House, and Supreme Court and kill lawmakers. One lawmaker called the briefing chilling. The acting attorney general says the Justice Department will have zero tolerance for anyone who attempts to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power. Some protesters held Funerals for Democracy events outside Republican Senator Josh Hawley's offices today. It's in response to the Missouri senator's actions related to the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol. Only a few participants showed up at his offices in Kansas City. Similar group sizes were in St. Louis and Springfield. Senator Hawley today defended himself in a newspaper column. The senator used his space in the southeastern Missouri to accuse the media and the Washington establishment of deceiving Americans into calling him an insurrectionist. Hawley says the allegations against him are corrosive and dangerous. Checking in with Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Dow. It turned out to be a pretty good Wednesday for us today, all the way up to 55 during the afternoon, above our average high of 44 degrees, and quite a bit of sunshine as well. But the clouds are increasing now. Next storm system is rolling in. There's nothing underneath the clouds, but we are starting to see at least a few light little showers popping up out across central Kansas, and then most of the moisture is up through the Dakotas. So most of the moisture is going to stay to our north, but as this cold front heads toward us later on tonight, we are going to get a few random showers in here late tonight into tomorrow morning. Also, the winds are going to stay fairly strong tonight, and then once again tomorrow, with these strong southerly winds keeping our temperatures up, so we're only going to drop back near 40 later on tonight. But you can see some random showers working in here late tonight into tomorrow morning, and then these are going to work out of here. But on the back side of the system, even a little bit of snow by Friday, so we'll look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. Some big news from Johnson & Johnson about its experimental coronavirus vaccine. The company says early stage trials show it creates an immune response in nearly all volunteers, both antibody and T-cell, with minimal side effects after just one dose. The phase 3 trial will determine how well it protects people from coronavirus. The folks at Johnson & Johnson say they expect to put out more details later this month. and they hope to apply for authorization from the FDA not long after that. Officials at health departments in southeast Kansas have begun releasing plans for phase 2 distribution of the currently existing COVID-19 vaccines. Cherokee County health officials took to Facebook explaining their plans, which include setting up a telephone number for people to call for appointments. The number has not yet been established, but plans have already been made for who will distribute the vaccines.
The health department obviously is going to be one of those providers. There's 7 other providers that have signed up and been authorized to provide vaccine throughout the county. So everybody's at this point waiting to receive the vaccine, not knowing yet when the next shipment will arrive and how many doses will be in that.
Both Crawford and Cherokee County officials say if you do have questions or concerns about the vaccine, you should call their offices for assistance. U.S. pharmacies will be able to administer up to 100 million doses of the coronavirus vaccine per month. That's according to the president and CEO of the National Association of Chain Drugstores. In his statement today, he said the number is a conservative assumption, but he also said vaccinations can be administered only when pharmacies receive enough doses. The association represents about 40,000 pharmacies, including big chains like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Columbus, Kansas schools changed their mask policy following a change at the county level. On Monday, the Cherokee County Commission ended the county-wide mask mandate, so the Columbus School District is not requiring students or staff to wear them in the building. But everyone is still required to wear a face covering on the bus or in other school vehicles. Superintendent Brian Smith says the district will look at the policy during their next meeting in February.
I hope before that occurs, we'll have vaccine available for our staff. Really, this has been more worrisome for staff than students because, in Kansas, there hasn't been any deaths of students 0 to 17, which is basically all students in K-12 public education.
Smith says they expect to have vaccine available for staff in the district in around 3 weeks. The state of Kansas is seeing some moderate success in its battle against COVID-19. The state saw an increase of around 4,500 cases, but today in a media conference, Governor Laura Kelly said that increase is lower than previous increases.
After an unfortunate spike in cases over the past weeks, today I am pleased to report that Kansas is one of only 3 states seeing a downward trend in COVID-19 cases, according to Johns Hopkins University. The past 10 months have been a long and challenging road, but at this time, case rates are going down in our state and vaccine distribution is ramping up.
Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt has extended Oklahoma's state of emergency. The governor's amended executive order removes a requirement for bars and restaurants to close in-person service at 11 p.m., but a requirement for restaurants and bars to space groups 6 feet apart at least or separate tables, separate them with plexiglass. That requirement was renewed. Still ahead, closing up shop.
A Joplin business is out of business following a run-in with local law enforcement. You'll learn what happened at the Chill House coming up.
And later, it's been a special season for the East Newton boys, especially for one senior. We're going to look at his success and plans for the future in sports. The owner of a business in downtown Joplin known as the Chill House is being charged with promoting gambling in the first degree. KOAM's Mike Mahoney spoke with a Joplin police captain to learn more.
You won't find anybody chilling at the Chill House in Joplin these days. That's because the business has closed its doors ever since the Joplin police raided the building for hosting illegal slot machines.
Detectives during their investigation found that there were slot machines inside the business that were paying cash winnings.
23 slot machines were seized during the Chill House raid, and the business owner is now looking at felony gambling charges.
The owner of the business, we've sought criminal charges against him, which is a Class E felony in the state of Missouri. So he is going through the court process. He'll have his day in court.
Slot machines are nothing new to the four-state area, but they are typically confined to casinos. In Missouri, you may have even seen one in a gas station, but the ones I encountered had labeling indicating these machines were no contest, no chance amusement devices, and were not in violation of the Show Me States gambling statutes. The JPD says that clearly wasn't the case at Chill House.
Gambling is controlled through the state of Missouri, and the Department of Public Safety has employees that they go out and this is what they investigate and they help regulate. And we've been working in conjunction with them during the course of the investigation.
In Joplin, Mike Mahoney, KOAM News.
KOAM reached out to the owner of the Chill House but did not receive a response. Pittsburgh man gets 17 years in prison for shooting and killing his father. Michael Woodson took an Alford plea in November on charges of first-degree murder and aggravated burglary. Now, an Alford plea means Woodson is not admitting guilt, but that he does recognize the state has a strong enough case to get a conviction. Police arrested Woodson in April after they say he called 911 himself after killing his father. The Community Blood Center of the Ozarks needs blood. They say specifically they're critically short on O-negative blood, and you can help. You can give at one of the CBCO donor centers in the region, including one in Joplin. You can find a list of those locations on our website, koamnewsnow.com. Successful donors will receive a long-sleeve t-shirt, and all participants will be eligible to win a 2020 Nissan Kicks Compact SUV. Doug Heddy's up next with his complete forecast. And a little later, we're going to have the results of a poll concerning the impeachment of the president. Plus, it's been a great year for the East Newton boys, especially senior Connor Killian.
I love basketball. I played it for a long time.
We're going to find out what's next for the Patriots standout in sports.
Well, it actually turned out to be a pretty good day for us today. We have partly sunny skies across the region and a few mid and upper level clouds late in the morning into the early afternoon hours. But in general, it looked pretty good. Great time lapse. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course. Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Zooming in for us right now. Temperatures actually staying up a little bit for us. 49. We have southwesterly winds at 15 to 20. They're actually pretty strong. And they're going to stay strong tonight. They're going to stay strong for us tomorrow. But what it will do for us is kind of keep our temps up tonight. As you can see, around the metro, most of us are sitting into the mid-40s. And that's pretty consistent. A little bit cooler in our northwestern counties, 37 Iola, 40, and Yates Center, Chanute is at 41 degrees. South winds fairly strong all day long. Still actually picking up a bit over the past couple hours. And it looks like once the winds switch around to the northwest behind a cold front in the morning, we'll even pick up a little bit more for us late in the day tomorrow. Clouds have been increasing, at least over the past several hours. We are dry, nothing underneath the clouds, but you can see some showers out across central parts of Kansas, and those are starting to develop right along the front that is going to head toward us later on tonight. Now, most of the moisture is up across the northern parts of the plains. Very strong winds as well, and that's where most of it is going to stay as the storm system kind of matures as it passes on by. But it is a pretty big system. It just doesn't have a ton of moisture to work with. Watch it drop in tomorrow. The winds are very strong. You can see how strong the winds are in the upper levels. They're going to be the same way at the surface. Then we get on the back side of the system by Friday, and what that's going to do is give us some more clouds, colder air, and even some snow showers. This system moves out by Saturday, and another one moves in by Sunday that also could give us a little bit of light snow by the time we head into Saturday night and then also Sunday morning. So let's go through time tonight. Clouds increase. Random light little showers start to pick up late tonight into the morning hours. Here's 8 a.m. I think by 9 or 10, any showers that are out there will be out of here. Then we'll have partly cloudy skies. Temperatures not as warm as what we had today, but still not bad. 38 to start, 46 by noon, high temp of 49, but those northwesterly winds at 15 to 25, so they're actually going to be pretty strong. Clouds increase tomorrow night. Look at the snow showers increasing in our northern counties by Friday morning, and then light snow showers work in, especially on the Missouri side, as we go through the daytime hours on Friday. It's just going to be a cold January Friday. It's going to be cloudy, and we're going to have snow showers blowing around. Could get some minor accumulations. I think if we got any accumulations, It's mainly in this white little polygon here, and most of us would be 1 inch or less, but something we'll keep our eyes on. By next week, we do get back into the 50s on Monday and Wednesday. A bigger storm system on Thursday. We cool back down. Next weekend looks pretty warm, but then we have 2 storm systems, the 26th and the 28th. And those are going to be the 2 that give us chances for wintry weather. 49 as we work into Thursday. Cooler, only 35 Friday. That chance for a little bit of light snow Saturday night, but most of the weekend pretty good. High temps into the low 40s.
I like that breakdown for the entire month. You can see it in a glance pretty easily that way.
Yeah, I figured I was going to try to show that a little bit more often so people could see what's coming down the road.
I like it. Thanks, Doug. Hey, still ahead, East Newton standout Connor Killian's pretty good at basketball, like fielding Division I offers good, but his future might not be on the court. We're going to hear about his plans after high school next.
East Newton High School senior Connor Killian has offers to play basketball at the next level. That includes an offer to play for Division I Navy. We caught up with Killian today to talk about his future on the court. East Newton senior Connor Killian is having a special season.
We're having a lot of fun. This is my last year, and I've been around these guys for a long time. We've been playing for 4 years together, even before that. So, we're just trying to make this last season a good year for us, and we're trying to have fun doing it.
Killian can do it all for the Patriots. He's averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, nearly 3 assists, and 2 steals per game, helping the team go 12-1 to start the season.
He's an exceptional ball handler, great passer, shoots it really well, and he's kind of one of those, baseball talk about 5-tool players. He's kind of one of those for us.
Killian has offers to play at the next level, including an offer from Division I Navy. But he's made the decision to pass up the chance to play in college to focus on studying engineering after high school.
I thought about it for a long time. I had great opportunities. I talked about it with my parents for a long time. I talked to other mentors like my coaches, but I figured what's best for me is just to pursue academics and my major.
His love for the game is not going anywhere.
I'm sure I'll miss basketball. I love basketball. I played it for a long time, but I think you miss everything you love, but it's just the next journey in my life, and I'm looking forward to doing that now.
But with his decision made, his focus now is making sure this East Newton team finishes the season as strong as they've started it.
We gained a lot of confidence, getting a lot of wins under our belt, and I think that really motivates us to want to do well in the postseason as well.
We're just taking it one day at a time. We're going to look at Friday and really getting better and playing good basketball on Friday in a tough environment against a really good team, and then we'll look to the next opponent. And I think we got to keep things in perspective right now, for sure.
East Newton is currently ranked 9th in the state in the latest NBCA Class 4 rankings. Patriots will be on the road against Nevada this Friday. At the college level tonight, Wichita State, the home conference game against Tulsa. Wichita State pulls away, winning 72-53. Shockers 8-3 overall now with a 4-1 record in American Conference play. The Kansas City Chiefs are back on the field this weekend after a first-round bye to begin the playoffs. The Chiefs host the Cleveland Browns on Sunday in the AFC divisional round. Now, while Kansas City was off, Cleveland beat the Pittsburgh Steelers last week 48-37. Now, this week's game features a pair of former Big 12 quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield. Mahomes, of course, played at Texas Tech, Mayfield for Oklahoma. In college, Mayfield was 2-0 against Mahomes, but in the NFL so far, Mahomes and the Chiefs have won their only matchup so far.
Obviously, it's cool to get to play against him in such a big game in the playoffs and everything like that. Knowing him for a long time, since I was a senior in high school, and to be able to play on this stage it's going to be special. And I mean, he went to Oklahoma, went to Texas Tech, so he got the better of me in college. So I'll try to do my best to win in the NFL.
That's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take some time now to honor a local Vietnam War veteran, Major Daniel Lauk. The Carthage native served in the U.S. Army, and we are proud to salute Major Daniel Lauk. He's tonight's four-state hero. The Mega Millions lottery jackpots climbed to a whopping $750 million, second largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. Comes after no ticket matched all 6 numbers in last night's drawing. The lump sum cash payout It's only about $550.6 million, and next drawing is going to be held on Friday. At least one four-stater is already a winner to some degree. Someone bought a $10,000 winning ticket at the Go Zone on Highway 43 in Joplin. All right, now tonight's KOAM News Now Instapoll. What do you think of the House vote to impeach President Trump? Do you think it was the right decision or the wrong decision? At this point, 42% say right decision, 58% say wrong decision. It's an ongoing poll. You could change those numbers, and either way, it's up to you. Go on and vote. All right, let's check back with Doug.
All right, Dow, it looks fine for us tonight. We are going to have the clouds increasing, and a few random showers are going to start to work in late tonight into tomorrow morning, and then they're going to work out by the afternoon, high temp of 50. But the colder air starts to work in by Friday, and we're even going to get some light snow showers pushing through the region.
Thanks for joining us. See you right back here tomorrow. Let's take care of ourselves and each other.